Okay, this video will be very controversial. I'm not gonna tell people something that they want to hear. This is my own personal opinion. I'm not forcing anyone to think like this. This is what I personally think. So I'm a theist. I'm a person who believes in a creator. I believe that a divine being or divine beings created the earth, the universe as we know it. So whether you believe in Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, whatever you believe in, I do believe that there is a creator, so your religion is right. But I'm not gonna speak about that today. I'm gonna speak about slavery and colonization. I personally believe that slavery and colonization were God's plan, were the creator's plan. I believe that slavery and colonization were human led but were inspired or driven by divine beings. I believe that slavery is something that was meant to happen. It is God's plan. The reason why it was God's plan is that so he can advance society and civilization. Look at the way we have advanced from barbaric people to civilized people with technology and all of these things. If it never existed, so many events would not have happened. Number two, I think that slavery and colonization existed because they were a test to humanity's morality. I think God, the divine, wanted to see if people can change, if people do have morality, if people are going to oppress others forever or there will be change. That's what I personally think. And slavery, colonization were tools for a bigger purpose, like I mentioned before. And supporting evidence again, which may sound racist or whatever, but I don't care, is that black people were the perfect machines to enslave. Scientifically, genetically, this is a fact. Black people, especially for the transatlantic slave trade, were melanated. They were mostly from West Africa. These guys were melanated. Melanin, a lot of it gives you an advantage such that you do not get a lot of damage from UV and sunlight rays. So a black person and a white person, a black person responds better to heat. How did a white man know that if I enslave this guy, he can take this much labor? He can take this much heat. It shows you that this was divine. And another thing, how did white people even know that this continent, the dark continent, will have resources that we can utilize and whatnot? And if God was moral as he is described in the Abrahamic religions, right, he wouldn't have let things play out like that. But it shows you that there was a higher purpose. It's something that was meant to happen. All of that racism is God's doing. It's also a test of morality and whatnot. But back to my point, black people are the perfect people to enslave. Genetically superior. Black people have melanin, they are melanated, they can be exposed to sunlight and UV ray, work in their plantations, as it was said in America how they used to do it. They can work for long hours with little pay. Also, they can put on a lot of muscle. They are physically fit. You go to West Africa, you will find out about this. Number two, language and development of the European versus the African. White people had advanced thinking. This is a fact. I don't care how you feel about this. It's my opinion. The fact that they managed to convince black people and whatnot, it shows you that this was divine. It was meant to happen. They are not cruel. This is God's plan for humanity. He knew from the beginning that this is how it has to play out. That's all I have to say for today. It's my own perspective. It's what I personally think. You are not gonna find this anywhere else on the internet. If you disagree with me or agree with me, you can share your statements. You can share your perspective on this in the comment section. I'd love to hear from people and what they think about this. Was slavery and colonization purely human driven, or it was God's plan for society and civilization? Thank you.